Hello Bits and Bones, my name is Lady B and welcome to my channel. Today we have another book review. I picked up If I Tell You the Truth because I loved the last prose collection by Jasmin Kaur, When You Ask Me Where I'm Going, which I gave a glowing 5 out of 5 stars. I am unhappy to say, however, it's becoming a trend in my reviews that I don't like sequels as much as their predecessors. Before we get into the critique of If I Tell You the Truth, I thought it was important to acknowledge something that I'd previously said on my channel, something that I had desperately wanted from another book and didn't get, which, if I tell you the truth, supplied, but which couldn't give it a better score. My score of 3 out of 5 stars for this book may seem a little odd, as I think it captured exactly what I complained about from When Dimple Met Rishi by Sadhya Menon. In that young adult novel, I was disappointed in the way that the plausible actions and the culture of strict traditional Indian family was ignored for a happy ending, when like in this book by Kaur, it's expressed as absolutely brutal. Not only did If I Tell You the Truth cover heartbreaking family dynamics created through a harsh reputation hierarchy, it touched on how that trickles down into other problems and all the concerns and complications of immigration. All that great commentary, however, became too much of a good thing. While reading through the early parts of the book, I loved catching glimpses of Sahara's generation as descendants of Indian immigrants to Canada. It was emotional watching Jivan's domestic abuse situation and Sunny's turn from a good guy to a flaky drug dealer he never wanted to be to support his family, as well as Sahara's own difficulties harboring her illegal immigrant mother. These were all great inclusions caused by the same broken system. Unfortunately, by the second half of the novel, these things get completely lost as the narrative turns from fear of deportation to exposing a high-ranked politician in an international scandal. It went from a close personal struggle to an overarching message about injustice for female victims, which is great, but it makes all the time that we spent with the smaller characters in their smaller struggles undermined by the end. At a certain point, I was asking myself why I ever had to bother learning about Sunny if he was so inconsequential. As well, the end itself left many threads completely unresolved. As much as I want to respect the author for ending things that way, as it's more like life and things don't have a happy, concise ending, I feel it would have been better to strengthen this evolving narrative of Sahara's life by splitting it into 2 books. The first half of the book was an intimate character piece and painted a picture of the lives and communities affected by underrepresented struggles, while the second half lost those connections to a quest for large-scale female justice. As much as one circumstance led to the other, it would have been way more impactful and dragged less if, after receiving the ability to speak out, it cut the end on the promise to try and focus wholly on that in another book. The start and the end of the novel felt very disconnected, as the personal social commentary blew up to news channel drama proportions. I understand all the factors that led to the international drama at the end are a part of the novel from the start, from her mother's isolation to her silence and vulnerability leading to her empowerment, but it felt like too much for one piece of writing, to remain powerful all the way through. When you have so many powerful, humanizing moments, they start stepping on each other's toes. The second tick off of the novel's rating was the format choice. I like Kaur's prose poems a lot, and I'd say that's where her strength lies, which is why I gave her first collection a 5 out of 5. But this book is majority long narrative chapters, which I mentioned in my review of her first collection was not her strong suit. I know this story style was necessary for this specifically, but it did not reach the same level of impact for me. If I Tell You the Truth gets a 3 out of 5 stars, but it is a great piece of literature to pick up if you want to learn more about immigration and the ongoing struggles related to immigration and the equal treatment of women and justice, not just in India but in other countries too. That is the end of this quick review of If I Tell You the Truth. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to support me, I've linked my Patreon in the description below. If you pledge to my second tier, you get the opportunity to vote on what movies you want me to watch and review next. And I also have one slot as the Revenant of every month that gets to pick what book I read and review every month. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!